This setup's elegant. I really got to do something about it, haven't I? I do have plans. I got big plans. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stuff and my surfers over there. There's like another wall. Someone's going to get angry because I got flags over there. But my surfers are over there, and I want to put a frame all the way up to my ceiling with like shelves and stuff that my desk's going to live in. And my surfer will probably be on that fake chimney there. And I'll have to put casters on it because it's nearly the full length of the room. It's a 7-foot surfer. And the room isn't much longer than that. Ideally I'd put it on that wall there, but it would block the doors. Still, as I said, we're going to play Terminal Velocity today, which I was going to do it on Tuesday, and everything has tried to stop me doing it, and I don't know when I'll be able to stream again, so I'm like, I might as well just do it now. Because there are other new games I want to play, and I might as well start the machine up, hadn't I? It's my old 486SX that we're on today, which has been throwing a mood at me, so it might not work. I should have tested this first, but we know that doesn't help, that if something's going to break, it just breaks. There we go. Now I actually have to put the game on here before I can start, because I haven't done this yet. The Ethernet is working, isn't it? We'll find out soon enough. But yeah, you know, I've got obligations and stuff next week, and for quite a while. And obviously, as we've just said, you know, I got this, and I got a housing inspection coming, so that's going to be fun. I probably won't let them in. I'm going to make them break my door down this time. I'm going to be like, no, I'm not interested. You keep harassing me with this. I've never violated your tenancy agreement. You're violating the tenancy agreement. So how's about I just tell you to fuck off, and you can go and get a warrant and smash the front door in, and, you know, then have fun buying me a new front door, which I'll then change because it'll be a plastic piece of shit. So I'll put a nice steel one there, and you get to break that down next time. And I'll build it myself. So it won't just be a standard door, you know, that they bought from like B&Q or something. It'll be like a door I made. Oh no, we're going to do this. This might take a few goes. This has a defective network card in it still. As you might have noticed, this thing is Windows Chicago. We don't go in there very often. Let's have a look. It should all be normal. Yeah, this is what I was on about with it throwing a mood. I do have the CD version on here, so if it doesn't work in a minute, we'll just do that, or I can switch machine, which I might do partway through the game, because this might suck balls at it a little bit in places. You can... Oh no, that's not... Well, this might work. This might work well enough. Howdy, Nintendo. You know, this is what we get for not copying the game on before starting. But, yeah, like I say, this has a defective nick in it, and I do have a copy of the CD version on it, so I can just play that if this isn't going to work. But I wanted to use the floppy version. It's something that has actually survived the mass data loss. And that's quite a rare thing, because 3D Realms, I don't even think acknowledged it existed for years. But there was a floppy release of Terminal Velocity. And it's a bit of a... It's not really different, per se, than the Fast Zone. This is going to reset all my folder options been in here, isn't it? But with any luck, we'll get to do what we want. That'll do. Right, let's see. I don't think your safe mode networking works. My network card's not on. We'll give it one more go, and then we'll just go with the CD version. I never said this would be elegant. I considered playing Hexen, but as I say, I want to get on with a new game when I can stream again. So, well, we'll finish this game first, obviously, or maybe we'll take it in turns between the two of them. Terminal Velocity is quite a bit shorter. Hexen I've never really beaten legit. It always soft-locked on me, and so, you know, when I get to playing that, if I have to cheat, I will. So I'll warn you in advance, and if it starts fucking me about, here's the nick on. It's doing things over there. I don't know if you can quite see the switch down there. That's it, it's like that. Why do they do that, the soy sugars? Why do they always have the open mouth thing? Like, is it that they're just waiting to accept a penis, I assume, is what that's about. Come on, you piece of trash. Faster. Not a slow machine, this, by any stretch of the imagination. I probably will bring up a spec list before we go into the game, you know, so we can see it. Or no, I'll do that at the end of the stream. I'll go into the game and then I'll bring up the spec list. Please don't crash on me. It is getting long in the tooth, this PC. It's generally fine, but it does have a few problems. The video card in it is going bad. Half of the RAM on it has vanished, and I assume it wouldn't fail that elegantly, which makes me think that probably all the RAM on it's going bad, and it's sod shit, so I can't replace it. It's cheaper for me to just buy another one, and I probably won't get an ET 4000. In fact, I'll probably just steal the S3 True out or something. I can wangle Windows Chicago into using a different video card. It's not beyond me. The network's a bit of a hassle, so that's why we've got problems with the NIC in it, is that it is basically the same model. It's a 3-com, and, well, yeah, they fucking suck. So, does Windows and E shortcut work in this version? It doesn't. We'll have to do it this way then. That's alright. Let me maximise this. You know, I don't think this is a very common skill now, is it? Like, being able to operate a PC keyboard only. It's stalling. It's got NIC activity. It's doing alright. I don't mind this bit on the start. Like, so the start of the stream is always sort of quiet anyway, so I think, you know, in future I probably will just sort of meander about for like 5-10 minutes. I should probably get my my drive back out of that machine. Will that disturb my stream, do you think? Let's try it. Let's see. Pull the microphone out or something. That looks fine. And I'm still thinking about re-resining my keyring. My keyring is Intel 486 keyring, but it has, I think that's a P24 die in the back from like a DX2, an early DX2, and that resin's gone yellow and it's all flaking off. So I'm like, should I break that off there? And I'm sure I've got a dead one or two of those processors somewhere that I could probably delid and strip the die out of. So, you know, is it worth my time to do that? Okay, here we go. I'm going to leave my motherboard settings. As we went in the BIOS before, you can see everything is on auto, so we're not actually pushing this thing for performance. So if the game stalls a bit, we'll save it, we'll come out and we'll tamper with those, because we should be on pretty conservative settings for now. You know, this thing is a 486SX, is the U5 SD. You can see there we're not, it shouldn't exactly be a speed demon by any stretch of the imagination, and I don't think I need EMM for this game. Use DOS 4G, doesn't it? What are the system specs for this? You know, something like that won't work. Oh well, I'm surprised. Wrong keyboard. It's a British layout keyboard. Oh, I still haven't fixed that Cyrix one. Required 486DX with 4 megs of RAM. Yeah, okay. Well, this is for the CD version. It recommends a DX266 with 8 megs of RAM. Yeah. You know what I should have done is put the CD in. Because, like I said, this is a floppy distribution of the game that we're playing. Like, this is installed from floppies, but that makes me wonder, does it actually... Someone's going to get pissed at me for how I clean CDs. The fuck, there's a vinyl in here. What I should do is actually test this. Does this version of it call the cutscenes from the CD? I don't know if it makes use of the FPU. I should really test that sometime. I think I did once and just forgot to write it down, or I don't have the data anymore. What are the floppies in here? Why is there a battery cover off a speaker math in here? We got, aha, the sun always shines up. Oh, whatever, put it all back in that box and then I know where it is. Because my CD drive's on, right? It should be on E. Yeah. Well, it's not very elegant today, is it? Well, it's CD-ROM'd it. Alright, fine, forget the CD, I've had enough. I'll test this on my own later, because I just want to get into the game now. I've only just realised I don't have my headphones. Oops. I can't do this without my headphones. Oh man, it's going well today. It's going real well today. So I'm sort of stuck for time. It's one of those now or never things, so I'll just fucking do it. So that, you know, do it live. Do it live. Ow. That cable is going to be that camera's undoing. Like that is. Hold on, can I lift that? Yeah, that is wrapped around my feet all the time. It's another problem with this setup, and I'm sure it's probably. It's so heavy it probably is destroying my camera. Right. Sure, auto detect it. I've got a Pro. Sound Blaster noob. If you lean on the spacebar, that'll stack up and it'll just play until the end of time. Very annoying. Can I get my joystick in here, do you reckon? Oh yeah, I'm going to get my joystick out on a live stream. This is where I get shut down for good. Yeah, this game uses tracker music, so expect me to get angry with it. Now, I don't actually mind it in this game. It's not totally boring. You see, do that. No dead zone on this joystick. This joystick has my Burda P16, which is I've been using since I was a kid. Throttle to minimum, throttle to maximum. I'll probably end up putting it on my lap, to be honest, like that. But we'll see. Now I regret putting this little ledge on my keyboard shelf. There's like a little ledge there. Yeah, now I'm going to regret installing that when I built this thing. So be it. It always pissed me off in games how you can't operate the menus with a joystick. It's a bit laggy in the menus, so these are the settings we're using. Yeah, it is a game I played a heck of a lot years ago. I was always quite keen on it. It works better than the others, I find. Like, a lot of people now seem to go on about Descent. Descent, I wouldn't necessarily say was a bad game or anything, but I think this one did it better. The controls better, for a start, usually. Of course, I haven't actually tested the joystick. It might have broken. Earth heads a council, oh, not the council, called the Alliance of Spacefaring Alien Races, or ASFAR. A treaty has been signed to ensure peaceful... I think you're supposed to spell that ensure with an E, but okay. Conduct between species. Perimeter defense computers have been provided by Earth to protect each system. Peace has reigned for 70 years. On September 2nd, 2704, armadas from all the other member systems, oh cool, they're using the same laptops I am, descended on the Earth, destroying crucial installations and killing millions of people. You are an Earth pilot flying the TV-202. Oh, okay, don't give me time to read it then. Barnard, stop. Yeah. This is where this version of the game is different, this floppy distribution, because they changed this to a grass world in the CD version. And it isn't grass. This is the full game. I guess the preface motivates you. You don't need a lot of motivation in these games. It's basically you've got a flying thing with lasers on it. Blow things up, you know. It doesn't need to be complicated. It's my bloody cigarette before we get into this. 7 cameras installation. Power stations. That's great. We're going to cause a nuclear disaster on this planet. Let's see if I can still play this worth a damn. Well, I can tell you already my throttle isn't working. One moment. It's really not gone smoothly, this. Let me have a look. Yeah, I think I had the switch in the wrong place. Come on, you piece of trash. Oh, use authentic hardware, they say. It's better, they say. There you go. Should work now. It does. Excellent. Oh yeah, we got more than one Kyle. Yeah, have fun figuring that out. See, I'm lucky, you see, my name's Paul, and that name fell out of favour about the time I was born, so you don't run into too many people with my name now. Ah, shit. Yeah, I might keyboard this, actually. I don't think this joystick's working right. It feels a bit knackered. We're going to just blow the targets out of order, and I'll worry about the dickheads behind me in a minute. And we are going to get a bit of lag, but this does seem a little bit sort of numb, this joystick. It's not tracking as quick as I would like it to. My side to side's fine, but my up and down is quite, yeah, there's not a lot of response on the up there. We'll go to keyboard, because that's just going to be a problem, I think. That's not a bad thing though, because this actually demonstrates something that, when I was on about the controls in this not sucking balls, this is something where all the other ones of this sort of game really didn't get it right, and Terminal Velocity did. Because when you play things like Descent, they just don't handle well on the keyboard. It feels awkward. This game actually pilots really well with the keyboard, which it, by all accounts, should not when you think about it. The sort of movement it has. Oh man, I'm real rusty at this. Hey, that's unfair damage. From what I remember, that happens a lot. As you go into the tunnels, you actually hit the terrain. I mean, as far as I know, and I haven't ever reverse engineered this game to know, but just judging by what it looks like and what happens to my frame rate when I go near it, there's no actual hole there and no actual tunnel there, and instead it's just a tile that doesn't render anything, and so there's a second rendering pass. It renders the inside the tunnel and then renders the, like, geometry, like all the snowy ground and everything. I just find it weird how they fire blue lasers. You actually see sort of unique enemy variants in the tunnels. Oh yeah, play it on a 486SX, he says. The frame rate will be fine, he says. Like, this is the authentic experience, and this was the best PC you could afford. I'll catch up with the chat in a moment. This is going to be one of those games where I probably only get to look at it towards the end of a stage, or else I'm going to be pausing it every few minutes and... Jeez, you can't take your eyes off this for a second, can you? Which is what I was just on about. I always like to blow the trees up. Environmentalists everywhere get angry. Greta Thunberg's having a fit somewhere in the world right now. Hold on a second, just for good measure then. There we go. My bad. Bit of rest. You know, I've never actually tried this with the controller. You could go above the cloud layer. You can also turn the cloud layer off, but I think I've got just enough power in this machine that I don't have to do that. Of course, everybody's idea of tolerable frame rates is a bit different. But yeah, you can totally go up there. So, in the next planet, I think there's one of the stages is set up there, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just ignore these bozo ships behind me. I'll just rattle around. Oops. I mean, we're right at the start of the game. It's not too bad. You're not going to get blown up that quickly yet. Let's do it out of order. Here we go with the unfair damage again. It's actually a little bit speed dependent. Past the point, the tunnels become a problem. If you start playing it on like a really fast PC, you can't exit the tunnels. It sort of sends you backwards up the tunnel you just went down. If you shoot the sides, the lights come on, by the way. I always felt like it was probably a bug with like the shading system that they just left in. Oh, and you can't save in the tunnels either. This would definitely be nicer with the joystick, but yeah, I'll definitely have to try it with a controller. None of my controllers that will plug into a game port have analog sticks on them. I could try it with a digital one. Could put the Sega adapter that I made on here and try that. I suppose, not today. What an uneventful tunnel! There's nothing in here. And I'm probably going to come out miles away from like where I need to be. Oh, we'll do it out of order. That's it. Which button was there? Oh no, that's power cores. I thought it was RTL3, but no, power cores. Well, we got afterburner. Afterburner's good. Or Sega Master System. Yeah. Oh, maybe this really wasn't so bad going in that tunnel. I mean, we might get something else nice here, no? Ah, we do get weapon 3. This is permanent. Once you pick that up, you've got it forever. It just changes the firing rate when you got ammo. Well, a bit like weapon 1, like as we're using right now, the toothpaste, nuclear toothpaste weapon. That's yeah, the third one, the Garley lasers. I'll switch to them for a moment. Like if you have ammo, it'll fire both at once. Actually, past the point, it fires 4 of them. It sort of becomes your go-to weapon, actually, that, well, at least for me. It's maybe different for different people. Yeah, try flying at me. Just wait until we get the ships that try bloody ramming us, they're fun. We don't see them for quite a while. My frame rate's suffering here. They've deployed lag against us. They think it's a potent weapon. But maybe it is. There's kind of not too much I can do about. Well, I could just play it on a faster PC, I suppose, but it wouldn't be me. I have this habit of ignoring system requirements because I think system requirements are for, well, probably people who are smarter than me, but well, I'll say morons. It sounds better. It makes it sound like I know what I'm doing. How rude. It's just the manoeuvrability though. I mean, stepping back into this after a couple of years of having not played it, you know, it comes back quite quickly. Like, yeah, I'm still rusty at it, but any fault with crashing into things is on me rather than the game. It does handle good. Mission complete! Ah, shit. I'm facing the wrong way now. There we go. So long, suckers. You know, I probably should pick that up before I leave. I got loads of afterburner. That's going to last me until the end of time. You think it will, it won't. Yeah, tolerating pretty low frame rates, but well, yeah, my tolerance is about 12 frames a second, so this might drop below it a bit. For saving in tunnels, I don't know. I assume it's because you're outside of the wild. Like, you notice the coordinates don't really make sense when you're in there. Because the tunnel isn't physically there, it's somewhere else. Boss in this level. Not much of a threat, but let's see. Yeah, we'll just save wherever, doesn't matter. Just call it that. So yeah, you know, it's well, we'll see. You have to go in a tunnel in this to get to the boss, so we'll see there. Because obviously the top left there, you've got sector, which is just your XY position in the world, and that will. It wraps past the point. Like, if we just flew in one direction, it would start wrapping around again. But when you go in the tunnels, which, well, there we go. I think this will take us straight to the boss. Yeah, the coordinates, they just give up because you're somewhere off the map now. And that's probably why you can't save, and plus, I don't know if it's loaded in, like when the game world initialises, maybe it isn't, and would have taken a bit longer to code that, I suppose. Made loading times marginally longer. What's the frame rate cheat in this? Try rate? Nah, I don't know. I'll have to look it up. There is a cheat code to get a frame rate counter. It's, of course, not really cheating because it doesn't change the game any. But it would be nice to have it on. Yeah, maybe this does use the floating point unit, you know. There's maybe a reason that the box said use a 4860X. Well, I never want to listen to reason. My keyboard buffer just overflowed. Let's use this to destroy these. Eventually we get the, is it the DAM or the MAM weapon that is basically just the area nuke, and bosses get somewhat disarmed by it. Because you can just blow these silly little nerds up in one move. I can't remember which boss it is that you can defeat faster by just flying into it. You know, I probably should save here, when you think about it. Ugh! Maybe it wasn't the best spot to do that. His collision's weird, isn't it, from what I remember? They're all weird abstract things, the boss in this, isn't it? There's like only one area of him that has an actual hitbox. There we go. The rest of him sort of... yeah, it doesn't count. I'm gonna get blown up, I think. It's because I'm being lazy. We probably should put like a small hit on him and then turn away, but I'm just trying to slack off. Good old 90s disc speeds. Yeah, I think that's your winning strategy. You go in a little bit and then turn away. Oh man, he's really beating me up this time. Not nice. There's no need for this, you purple bloody snot. I didn't try doing this to you. I fired pink lasers. This might actually be nastier than that stuff for all I know. Smells like lavender. Gotcha! Throttle back, I can't see. We have 3 tunnels we could take out of here. Which one do we want? And doesn't he drop a shield restore? He does. Look. 1 crash and I'm done for, but you see, we have, as I say, 3 tunnels, which means we've now got 4 rendering passes. Especially if I go on this side of the room, it should be abysmal if I go here and turn around. Ah, you saw it not draw for a second, so they are distance limited. Let's have a look. Let's go down this one. I might go in the BIOS and tweak some of those settings, you know. See if we can eke a few more frames out of this old thing. I've got like a Pentium right there, I could just use that, but yeah, sod that. Since when's a little bit of lag hurt anybody? Look, it adds an extra challenge, you see. It's like eating curry. Like, you know, the more sort of well-versed you are in eating curry, the stronger the curry you eat, and the more sort of daring you are with computer games, the more lag you will put up with. I'm sure this has addled my brain or something over the years, but it happens, you know. Can't win them all. Oh yeah, it's like this tunnel. I don't think any more of them are this shape anymore. I should have rushed through it. I should have known. No hesitating. See, the lag's good. It tells you when you know the exit. It gives you advanced warning. And all those targets we were supposed to blow up, we now don't have to, because the game just decides, nah, that's no longer necessary. I guess operations closed down on this planet or something, or we just don't care about the remaining power stations. In which case, did we even have to blow up the other power stations? You know, you couldn't really do 100% tunnels in this map, could you? I suppose you could if you noted the coordinates of where the tunnel to the boss was, and flew back there and went through them again. But you'd have to do that twice. The music in here will invariably glitch out the Gravis ultrasound for some reason. Intelligence reports a huge warship, the Crethanian, has been... oh no. Ah, jeez. Yeah. Weapons of war. Good. I can't wait to destroy it after all that work they've put in. The Ancana Mountaineer. As many forces as possible. Or just fly right past them, because this is a checkpoint stage, and the checkpoint stages in this game are a little bit rubbish. Well, you can try it on your 33 MHz SX, but let's remember how well that 486DX2 fared against this thing. Yeah, the turrets are actually pretty nasty in this if you get hit by them. Right, let's do a save, and I'm going to drop out, and I'm going to just try and tweak things a little bit here. Let's try and get this a little bit quicker. Oops, wrong menu. Right, that's nothing silly. We'll go for that and see if that gives us any more speed. I'll have to power cycle the machine to make sure that takes effect. through this, and then we go back in, and let's say we should get maybe more performance, maybe not. Haven't really tested this extensively. Was there always no music in here? Why does it sound different now? Is this something to do with driving the... Did I change the ISO bus speed? No, but my joystick came back on apparently. Like, even though I'm not using the joystick, apparently it's on, so... How to calibrate it anyway, by the looks of things, because otherwise it's going to cause random shit to happen. You know, it definitely has changed something in about my sound. But I don't think I changed the ISO bus speed any. Oh jeez, man. Joystick, knock it off, buddy. I've unplugged you. I haven't unplugged you, but I'm going to if you keep doing this. Let's try moving the on-stick calibrators though. I don't think modern joysticks have those, do they? Like I said though, this is a checkpoint level. Checkpoint levels in this game actually kind of suck, because we could engage all this stuff, but there's no reason to. You don't really get anything for doing it. So the only thing you really got to worry about here is don't get blown up, and keep an eye on the radar, because there is a hidden tunnel somewhere that you get loads of items for flying down it. Drifting left again. Let's just nudge that slightly. Shit, I'm gonna get hit. This is what I get for trying to multitask. Oh shit. Hey, the frame rate's nice in here though. What the fuck? That's supposed to break. That one's not. Why am I stuck at full speed? Oh yeah, of course. Did I forget to turn the joystick off again? Oh, the joys. Oh, the joys. There we go. That's what it's supposed to do. Sort of sucks, like years ago I used to be able to fly down these at full speed and not hit anything. You know, we've seen this a lot in recent history where I have that frustration of it being a game I used to be very good at. I don't think that one's avoidable. And now aren't. Really not enjoying all this damage. Now the exit. I think this is the end of the level. Like, I think it ends here. Yeah. It always gives you target destroyed, which is a bit odd. Yeah, this is set up to use a font called Broadway in DOS. It'll cease to be as soon as you've run anything, though. Unless you call it up again. I think I have that font I made that looks like my handwriting. I should really use that just to confuse people, shouldn't I? It looks like some weird sort of schizophrenic Phoenician. I think that tunnel I mentioned's coming up on our left. I'm fairly sure of it. From what I remember. Yeah, there you go. Because you get loads of stuff for going in here. This is totally worth taking the detour for. Even though I think it is quite a long fly back. We actually have nuclear toothpaste ammo, so I'm going to stick with the laser. But yeah, Gnarly did Hexen, and I think maybe someday I will have a go at doing Hexen on a stream. I shots just didn't come out then. That was weird. Like, I could hear them, but they just didn't exist. Never seen that before. I think I will have a go at it someday, but it's, yeah, I've never beaten that legitimately. It always soft-locked on me for one reason or another. I think it is quite prone to that game. It tries to do some pretty ambitious things with the Doom engine. I mean, it has sliding sectors in it, and it's certainly not something you see every day in id Tech. I don't give us as much stuff as I remember, but we do get men. You know, I find that word interesting. Where I'm from, that's what you call your mother, is man. Ah, geez, they found us. Quick, retreat. You don't dare follow me in here. They're not dumb enough to fly in here. Mandatory damage. Oh man, it's so nice to us. That's going to screw us over. We're going to be at like 1 health and have to go in the tunnel one time. In theory, you could actually get around it. Oh, come off, I didn't hit that. In theory, you could get around it, I guess, by just... airborne enemies will spawn in, like, infinitely. So you could just wait and just kill them until they drop power cores. Of course, it doesn't damage him when he hits it. But yeah, mem. It's what you call your mother here. And that word is derived from mammary, as in mammary glands. So you're quite literally calling your mother a tit. It's like, yeah, that's all you are to me. Like, that's... What a nice language we speak. So they're red lasers. I bet there's... Like, the red lasers, I figure, probably hurt more than our pink lasers. But the pink lasers, they hurt your ego more, because it's just humiliating. You know, it's like getting beaten up by Barbie or something. You just wouldn't feel good about yourself. So, well, you might not kill the pilot of the enemy craft. They actually mend these craft. I don't think the game ever actually is quite clear on that. You might not actually kill the guy flying the enemy craft, but, you know, it'll humiliate him. It'll make him retire. They'll be like, no, I can't go on. They'll all laugh at me. I got shot out of the air by Barbie lasers. Oh, yeah, no, not with that frame rate, we ain't doing that. Yeah, you know, I think I can see why the DX2 got to be a popular CPU. In all fairness, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find another 40 megahertz machine that would actually be keeping up with this. This thing is quite ridiculously fast for what it is, this machine. Then my shots didn't come out again, then. I wonder if that's going to be a problem with us throughout. I probably will switch to a Pentium at some point throughout this. Just because I imagine this will get a bit painful in some of the later stages, like... when we get the levels with the C-norms in, where it's just spawning loads of them. I think it's going to put a lot of polygons on the screen and probably make this really suck, so... yeah, I'll probably go for a Pentium for that, I think. Do I have a faster 486 anymore, I wonder? I got the 586, so it needs repairs. Ah, this has some of the coolest looking enemies in this area. Like these things, I always thought they looked awesome. Like, yeah, it's full on like futuristic sci-fi sort of sinister technology looking stuff, you know? I said before, it's really depressing like how the future used to look so awesome, and like nowadays the future just looks sterile and boring. You know, everything looks the fucking same. It's all glass and white and, you know, probably metric. I bet these things aren't built using metric. I mean, we're flying, aren't we? And nobody uses metric in aviation except communists, so... and I don't think this guy's one of them, so, you know... and the frame rate's good up here, though. Ah, maybe that's what you're Might be tri-frames, I think. I'll have a look in a moment. See if I can get it to come up. I didn't hit that. Game, you suck, man. Don't be doing that to me. Yeah, let's take quite a battering, these things. Probably wants me to use those Mama missiles, but... eh. Let's use some of the pack. Nah, solid. Let's just go back to the Barbie lasers. We'll... oh, shit. Humiliate them a little bit. I blew up your satellites with the power of Barbies. Yeah, there you go. Just because I can. Serves no purpose. Huh. Oh, it's below the clouds. Thing is, most of this is solid ground under here, so you don't really want to just, yeah, blindly fly through there, you know? Doesn't end well. There we go. It's a bit unfair. Yeah, levels look okay and everything, but it definitely seems quieter to me since I fiddled with them settings. Tunnels, there's more tunnels in here, I didn't know that. I swear some of these things are way off in the... sort of like off the map somewhere, you're not going to find them. I mean, the worlds are flat in these, they're obviously flat earthers for people who made this. Nothing to do with technological limits or anything. Let's do a save. Let me see about this. Yeah, it's not that. I'll look it up at some point. Oh, not this again. Okay, like my movement janked out again like the joystick was... you know, plugging that in was a terrible mistake. Well, the thing's like 30-something years old now, you know, it probably does need a little bit of work on it. I think thus far the only thing it's ever needed is a new cable. The great thing is, now I can make my own cables. Will you stop firing ion blasters at me? I've got a boss to deal with, you jerks. Let's fire a pack at it. Oh gee, what a tough boss. So long, losers. Enjoy your... how many millions of dollars do you think that cost them? And it was all over in seconds. But yeah, you see in the CD version, that Fast Planet has basically the same terrain as this one, so I don't know why they changed it from an ice world. It doesn't make much sense. It's an odd decision. Should have just done high-res ice textures. That boss was totally pathetic. Yeah, speaking of things off the map, there is actually a Easter egg in this zone where it has the face of the developers, but I can't remember what coordinates it's at. But I'm going to look up that frame rate sheet really quick, so I'll see if they list the coordinates for that while I'm in there. Use my fucking phone. Engineers have their own explanation for the acronym. Here we go, research objective and blow up. Well, that seems quite nice. I tend to agree with it. How do people write on these things? See? No, not of. Cheats. Like I said, I don't want to cheat at this, I just want the frame rate counter. How many cookie things do you think are going to come up? Try frame. I did type that and it didn't work. 3163227. So we'll fly there. We'll go and have a look. We'll see if it does indeed exist. There shouldn't be that laggy here. Oh, was it 63227, did they say? It seems to be moving a lot slower than I would expect it to, the coordinate counter up there. Let's have a look. Maybe I typed it too fast? Because I want the frame rate counter, but it's just not working. Maybe it isn't in this version of the game. Maybe there is a difference between the floppy and the CD version. It's not something I can ever remember using until after I owned the CD version. And of course, when I was a youngster, I just used to cheat at the game like crazy, so I would have known all the cheat codes. Yeah. 63227, yeah? There's something like that. It's pretty neat. We get... here we go. So these are the developers. Drew, Mark, Brad, Brett, Joe, Kyle, Carl, Mark, Terry, Ray. Hi guys. They're firing ion blasters at you, so, you know, that's why your creation obviously doesn't... Oops. Yeah, I should probably pay attention. Terminal velocity, yeah, it does have a couple of speed sensitivity quirks. I think I said before, the tunnels can actually stop working. If you play it on a PC that's too fast, you won't be able to exit the tunnels. It will just make you fly the same tunnel backwards. And on slower machines, it seems you start taking mandatory damage when trying to enter them, and I've had some weird things with my shots disappearing, so it does seem to be a little bit speed sensitive, but nothing too bad. And the issues with faster machines, I guess you can't blame it. There is also a crash that can't be fixed in, I think it's Zone 5. There's a tunnel exit that just crashes the game, no matter what. If you do persist and keep flying down it, you will actually sometimes make it out of there on some machines, but it generally is just luck, and there is thankfully a second tunnel, so just fly down the other tunnel. This is the fix for it. Sort of sucks, because it's actually quite a cool looking tunnel, the one that doesn't work. Something gives me, it's very 60s sci-fi looking, this zone. I rather like it. Well, yeah, I know you're just, like, stuffing me full of lasers, but I'd quite like a shield restore. You know, sort of getting blown to bits out here a little bit. Luckily, I got the power of Sega's afterburners, so, you know, I'll be alright. I'll just run away from problems, because that's how we deal with things in life. When there's a problem, you just run away from it and pretend it never existed. Right, that's starting to annoy me. There we go. Do I want to use all my RTLs on this? Probably not. Oh yeah, these are cool. I mean, they don't do anything, it just looks cool. This is like missiles been fired off the planet. Hang on a minute. Stop it! You're gonna blow me up, it's not far. Aha! Ah! Yeah, but you're gonna take my weapons off me, aren't you? Yeah, no, so I'd rather reload. It's weird how there's no prompt for that in this. Oh no, I want the goodies though, I'm not just gonna leave them. I want them. That's a wall. You know what, we'll just use this up. Is it a waste? Probably, I don't know, but... You know, maybe I should just not fly upside down, that might help as well, but... Define what is up and down, these are all subjective things. You know, my up is probably somebody else's down when it comes to space travel. I mean, up and down are very much like an Earthman's concept, you know. I mean, if you're not on a planet or something, then there is no up and down, is there? There's just that way relative to where I currently am. It all becomes a little bit... I think I went on a tangent about this when I was playing Duke Nukem 64 about, you know, everything being sort of relative rather than absolute, and once you start following yourself down that rabbit hole, it hurts your head quite quickly. I didn't blow that one up, so they do take damage from those lasers. Don't hit the missiles. No, this one's just, no, this is a shield restore. Cool. Okay, there we go, that's all I needed. Let's try and thin the heart a bit here. There we go. The hard? Oh shit! Yeah, I realised something when I was bitching about YouTube recommendations the other day, and I know I do that an awful lot. One of the ones I was bitching about, probably for being illiterate, was that guy I was slagging off back when I played the long drive. And it still takes him like an hour or something to do 50 kilometres. Like, how the fuck can you be this bad at the game, dude? I guess he's too busy creeping around his fucking roommate or whatever he was doing. The guy really does come off as a fucking creep. Let's see. Nothing's crashing on me yet. Yeah, they really did up the enemy ship spawns in this. I'm going to have to polish up my skills at this or we're going to be in trouble. It is actually a thing with this game, though. I don't remember it having any particular difficulty spike anymore. It's maybe a little bit of a shortcoming for it. Right, let me think. The only zone I remember being actually hard is sort of Unfarley zone. That's the asteroid. Because the asteroid is, you just get hit randomly. You can sort of do a little bit about it, but not loads. Ah. Yeah, these ships are nasty, because you take your eyes off them for a second and they're basically right on top of you. It's this other one. Right on top of me, go figure. But they just spawn out of thin air, you know, so you're always sort of up against them. I think it really is sort of your winning tactic for a lot of this game, is just to hope the afterburner doesn't run out. So I'm probably going to take a hit, but it'll be worth it. Oh, woof. But yeah, nobody is going to guess the new game I'm going to play when I can stream again. Well, like I say, I may well... What the hell was that? There was a thing there! And I hit it. I'm going to have to play that back, I don't know what that was. I'll do that in my own time, I won't do it right now. Ugh, missiles. What the fuck are they even firing missiles at? Like, I'm starting to feel like they're just firing them off just to look impressive and they're not actually targeting anything. Solar panels I don't need to destroy, but I'm doing it out of spite. I got a little bit sidetracked with... I wanted to leave that. With the whole, I'm going to figure out what that thing was that I hit. This checkpoint system, man. Oh, isn't this where it has the profound in it? Like, as in there's like, you know, oh, there's aliens. So you already told me in the preface that there was aliens. It's not like a big revelation or something. You know, there's all these different planets and asteroids and shit. I would imagine something else has got to be living on them. I mean, it's a bit of an odd thought, isn't it, really? You know, in reality, the universe is that fucking big. You know... statistically there's got to be something else in it, and yet thus far we haven't actually found any proof of anything else in it, and that seems like a dreadful waste if we are indeed the only bloody things. I didn't hit it, I wanted to go in the tunnel. There's only one more level left in here, so I'm not going back through the whole level just to get that. I mean, all those planets out there, you know, with nothing on them as far as we know, and it all seems a little bit pointless then, doesn't it? It's a bit crap. Jeez, man. The distance is involved. Trying to comprehend that stuff. Hearts your brain. I mean, I can only assume that, you know, the civilizations in this game have got faster than light travel, because otherwise how the hell would you ever cover these distances? Actually, it says, doesn't it, when it introduces the planets, like how many light years away they are from Earth? Because, I mean, you know, if you're travelling at light speed, that is how many years it would take to reach it, so... Whereas this guy isn't fossilised who's flying the TV-202, we can only really assume that, you know, they must have mastered that technology in this game's reality. What's going to be funny is if we ever do that and it turns out it's, like, really simple to do. Like, all you have to do is put a light bulb in a cardboard box or something, you know, and somehow, you know, I don't know. Yeah, it's like, oh, there's aliens. It's like, yeah, I'd never have guessed. It's pretty cool, though. I like the look of this room. Even if the bricks are a bit sort of under-detailed. Hey, I'm going to blow up your ships. Yeah, how do you feel now? Makes no difference doing that. You get nothing for doing it. Yeah, I should really try and have a look at what the map format for this looks like someday. I never noticed before the light follows your lasers down it. Look at that. Yeah, I think I've ignored the flying menaces for about as long as I can get away with. I think I am going to have to start actively going after them a bit. Problem is, you're just trading blows, and quite often they just spawn in forever, and it ends up being more of a loss than if you just fly away from them. Now I gotta go in the tunnel, but I want to blow the building up. I should have left that, really, because I might end up back here later, but I'm not sure if I do. Hey, I just realised I didn't take damage entering that one. But yeah, the tunnels definitely don't physically exist where they appear to be. Like, that's definitely a second rendering pass. Because you can just see how the frame rate chokes every time you go near one. I mean, if you got, like, a quick eye, you'd be able to sort of tell with these ones. The hell's that? Man, this is serious potatoes they're doing on this little moon dagger. It's one heck of a team of engineers that built this thing. I want this planet's weird technology. But yeah, you can see everything there is just black in the distance for now, but you'll see as soon as it starts rendering the outside, like, yeah, here we go. So it's like an entire second rendering pass, so it's not there, it's not physically there. It's somewhere else. Just doing the same as like the mirrors in Duke 3D when I went on that tangent in Shadow Warrior and showed how the engine has been used to draw those. Of course, in this we're not flipping the image, so you can't attack that directly, can you? I think it tells you these things in the intro to each world. Where are the things I have to take out? Aren't they down the hole somewhere? Yeah. 2 on each side. And of course we're going to get harassed by little ships the whole way. Sounds like a Jean-Jacques Perret song or something. Not the music, the little ships. Did he write a song called that? I think he did. Maybe I'm misremembering. It's the ramblings of somebody with questionable mental stability, don't mind me. Look, at least it's not the anger and bitterness that we were getting out in Shadow Warrior there. I'm going to switch to the big Mamma missiles. Why not? Eat missiles, sucker. Oh crap, they've got polygons. They make the game run slower. Oh shit, it's got weapons on it. That's going to make my ship run worse. Yeah, I'm going to do a save real quick because I'm probably going to get blown up here. Just burn the afterburner. You don't get to keep it when you go into episode 2, so you might as well just use what you got now. Hey, this thing's stupid. It tries to aim at me dead centre, so it can't actually hit me. As long as I'm like... Whoa, I didn't press that. Movement really is janking on this today. Oh, whoa, there. Played on a 486, what a great idea. Nothing out here, is there? So it wouldn't really matter if there was, because we don't get to keep it now. I hope we don't have a crash. Ugh. Oh, we got 100% the tunnels. We did alright though. Yeah, we are going to have to start actively engaging the flying menaces. So this game is using tracker music, and it's actually not bad. Like, I quite like the music in this game. It doesn't generally sound like just totally boring tracker music. It's like it has something else going on with it. Congratulations, you completed episode 1. The PDCs on Mir and Crethania are now back under Asfar control. The Moondagger is history. What next? Mission complete. Ground green. Never understood what the green refers to. Like, what's that about, the green? Get a faster PC, you dork. Well, that seems about right. Past me was very nice to present-day me, evidently. I didn't plan for that, by the way. I didn't know about that. Well, we know we can't tweak any more speed out of this. I'm just going to continue stupidly with my miserable frame rates and see where it gets me. Let's give that joystick another go. Maybe it's changed its mind about being rubbish. It's probably just dirty potentiometers in it or something. Not sure if you could hear the weird phasey noise that actually follows the joystick. Moving the stick around in throttle calibration shouldn't affect it. Oh, I didn't know we could change those. Ah, it doesn't fit. I'm used to that. Tenga. Yeah, 9.56 light years from Earth, so this isn't very far. And the onslaught of the initiative. Titenga seems to be the source of Thundercraft, but basically this is just stage like Zone 2 all over again. This is one of the most boring planets in the game, but it has my favourite one after it. Really hope is to find the Z's home base and take the... wouldn't that be G? Preparing tactical reports. TTA Sandstorm. TTA Penetrator. TTA Dust Devil. Camouflage for desert fighting. They'll sneak up on you. Oh, I've got radar. The radar's only going to get us so far. I'm more concerned about whether the gadar's working on this thing, because that's going to be a problem. Okay, this is going to take a bit of getting used to, but it seems to be working now, for the moment. You don't really see joysticks much now. You know, it used to be one of the quintessential accessories. Hey, you didn't tell me about these turrets in the tactical report, you jerks. I've come in here unprepared. I don't have Afterburner yet. I'll have to get round to building that ROM cartridge for that Master System. And I'm going to build one for the Intellivision. The games for it are too hard to find, they cost too much money, so... the logical thing to do that... This is my only weapon. Yeah, the games cost too much and they're a bit of a chore to find, so I'll just make a RAM cartridge. Master System games aren't so bad. I mean, I'll make a ROM cartridge anyway, but I can find the games for that quite easily, because it's not like they're rare or anything, you know, it was the best-selling machine, Master System. Oh shit, man. And the first thing I'm going to put on the flash cartridge I make for it will be Outrun. I've no intention of relearning Z80 and doing my own shit with it. I guess it would be kind of fun though. I'd write my own audio library or something. Fucking hell, wiped everything out in that area. Of course, as soon as we go back in here, it's just gonna... I like it when they don't blow up in the air. I don't know, I just find it entertaining. It's a real nice little detail when you just see them spiralling out the sky and fall into the ground. It's quite satisfying, makes you feel good about yourself. Because you know the idiot who's piloting the thing has got a moment to think about what's just happened. Oh, this fucking dino face, man. What is this, dinosaur planet? Where's Crystal when you need her? Crystal, come here, my girl. You could fly down it, but I'll take damage, and I'm not in a good way, so I kind of need to not take damage. In fact, I might save, I think. You watch me save right as it's about to hit me. There we go. Hang on, I'm going to take mandatory damage off the tunnel, aren't I? Let's go in it slowly. Slowly penetrate the hull. Save at the moment. You know, she's got to learn to appreciate what you're doing for her. Ah, shit. I'm inside a dinosaur, man. I know. Everyone's going to think I'm a fucking scaly now. For fuck's sake. Oh, there is another one of these half-egg tunnels. What the fuck was that texture in? I'll just pretend I didn't notice that. It could be a panel that fell off or something. They still use helicopters on this planet. I mean, it implies they must have like a somewhat similar atmosphere to Earth, surely. Or would you just adapt the design of a helicopter to work on different planets? This joystick is definitely wandering. We'll fix it. I'll fix it in my own time. I'm not going to do that on a live stream. I mean, I suppose I could if you wanted me to, but it wouldn't be very interesting. It would be a case of opening it, just blasting it with brake cleaner, then shoving sewing machine oil in there and cut. Well, I don't know if I have any of that. Probably Rocket T1. because it's cheap. And well, I could buy it at the grocery store, but they haven't had it in for over a month now, so I don't know if it's coming back. But at least they don't sell WD-40 anymore. That stuff's garbage. Like, I was convinced for years, like, you know, I would leave a tin of WD-40 somewhere, and I'd come back and it'd be empty, and I'm like, but I'm sure I've only used this once. I love the blue lights. I want to put some of those, it's like EL strips, man. I want to put those in my house. Ah, shut up, gun turrets. Quick, somebody give me a fucking shield restore. Do those even exist in this world? I'm starting to think they do. Power core, anything. Fucking nothing. You can see ground targets on the radar. Well, I got my lasers back, but I don't got no fucking health. I remember why I hated this stage now. This zone sucks. I'll catch up with that in a second, with the chat window. So I should be about done in this stage. And as I said, that's how we're gonna do. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Ah, finally, shield restore. But yeah, I don't like Titanga. I think it's one of the most boring planets in the game by a long way. It really is just like a slightly worse version of whatever the second planet was. They're not too engaging. And the next planet I can't remember the name of, but it's the one with all the lava in it, and that's the best one. It has the best music. Maybe, but then the sixth planet has really cool music, because it's like proper old sci-fi sounding stuff. Yeah, we definitely have to actively engage the menaces in the sky at this point. I think he destroyed himself by knocking into me. Yeah, we've got to find the dunny. There we go. You're doing well. I remember playing this as a kid. Oh, I always play everything on real hardware. It's just got to be done. I should have probably picked a faster machine, but you know, I don't do system requirements. Those are for losers or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm staring at a PC that's more than fast enough to play this thing with everything maxed out, but everyone else does that. Yeah, everyone else sits there in DOSBox, and that's probably the smart thing to do, I'll admit, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, these helicopters are a bloody menace if you let them get you. They've got those Mamma missiles on them. At least they don't have the heat-seeking ones. I don't think. Maybe they do. Yeah, this planet must have an Earth-like atmosphere, at least in density, for those helicopters to be working that way, you would think. So, like, am I deviating off the path to get them? Yeah. As soon as it gives me afterburner, I won't be doing that anymore. I'll just be flying away from them. But it's weird how they drop lasers and they fire missiles. Oh, come on, I don't want them blowing up in the sky. I want them to fall out the sky. It looks more fun. God, they got iron blasters. That's a weapon we never really used. I can't remember ever really using the ion blasters. I just remember it being, like, sort of this game's Garley spray gun. The shadows are a little bit misleading. Jeez, man. But yeah, it just feels like meandering. What the fuck weapon was that? It was like purple. We never get that one. Will you get off my tail? Will you please give me afterburner so I can deal with these jerks? Of course, now I've lingered, all the helicopters are going to wake up, so I have to deal with those as well, or those will be after me. But they sure have a lot of helicopters. Yeah, you just picture some general in like that green uniform that you see in all those weird despotic countries been in charge of this planet. Okay, I mean, I've got to go in that tunnel, but I want whatever's in here. Oh, the frames. The frames have gone somewhat. Fuck you, helicopters. See, they wonder, oh, why do you hurt helicopters, Seth? I hate helicopters because helicopters are jerks. The fuck? Oh, it's down here. Great. Yeah, it just starves you out, this planet, big time. I mean, I guess it's a desert planet. It's a fucking mandatory damage again. Yeah, probably should try this on like a single clocked DX and see how it runs, because the box says it'll work, so... Whereas I personally think it'll perform worse than this thing. Well, this machine's quick. Like for a 40 megahertz SX, this thing's ridiculously fast. So, I don't know. Unless this thing does use the floating point unit a whole lot, which I don't think it does. I'm fairly sure this game runs entirely on integer math. I mean, look at the poly wobble that you've got going on. Doesn't really look like floating point precision. But then I suppose my CPU not having a floating point unit, how accurate is it? They almost look like octobrain blasts. That graphic is one of the cutscenes that's in this game if you play the CD version. Ah, sod the helicopters, just hit the dunny. There we go. Oh yeah, live audio engineering's a pretty hands-on thing. You can't really take your eyes off it. Yeah, there's way more tunnels in that level apparently. I doubt I've ever seen everything that's on these Titanga stages. But I mean, it basically feels like we've only just come in here. We've got hardly any weapons or anything. We still don't have afterburner, and it's like, oh yeah, here's the boss level, you know. What a strange place. I can see why I used to cheat at this one. Ah, the fucking ion blasters. And nothing we've hit drops those in this world either. They all drop weapons they don't have. Which is pretty odd. I'll get that, because there's no way I'm coming back here. I think we basically just fly to a checkpoint and then it gives us a boss and we're basically out of here past that point. I'm going to want the real-time lasers when... here we go. This boss moves fast, from what I remember, and as I said, no afterburner, so this is my full speed. So can I even catch the bloody thing? And it has quite an unusual flight pattern. It is a cool-looking thing. Jeez, man. I don't even know where the fuck I am or what's going on. I'm just going to keep my focus on that and hope nothing hits me. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. But there's going to be a ton of ships on me as soon as I'm done with this. Oh yeah, it's this weird health bar where it's like, does it recover? Like, if you don't let it crash, or... like, what happens? Is it ever going to take long enough to fall to, fucking hell, this is what I was on about. It's not the boss that'll kill you, it's these jerks. I got no afterburner, so I can't really do much to defend myself from them here. You just have to hope you can make it to the exit without being blown up. Really don't like Titanic. What would be the... well, actually, it's not the end of the episode, is it? That would be the point. Ah, you dickhead helicopters, man. Motherfucking helicopters. I'll catch up with what's been written when I'm done with this stage. So we'll try firing, because I have pack ammo, but I don't have much of it, so no, we'll use the lasers on him. Yeah, the copters, man, they just brutalise you. As soon as they see you, that's it. This whole stage, no afterburner. There probably is hidden somewhere, but I've spotted nothing on the radar that's got my attention, because the helicopters and that count as ground targets most of the time, so you can't really pick anything else out. Whoop, 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 whoop. For fuck's sake, copters, fuck off. Go in this zone. Curse you! And your scorpion-tailed flyy thingy. God damn it. Holy crap, is there any need? Man, the way that thing flies, it looks panicked. It's like, they're shooting us. You're damn right I'm shooting you. You're the bad guys. That's my job. I didn't do the fall downy thing this time. Yeah, we get to see the Achilles heel of radar, that it doesn't tell you how high something is. At least this form of radar. I think that's what the radars are used in aviation and stuff too, but I'm not sure that's actually the radar technology so much as, like, probably some sort of transponder on the aircraft. I've never actually looked into how that works. Yeah, you didn't get me this time, helicopter. Stupid fucking helicopters. I hate helicopters. I just find them annoying. Poor keyboardist. He's got a home keyboard there. Well, he's got to start somewhere. He's got to start somewhere, you know. Can't all have, like, the best gear. Now it's the best planet. This is my favourite planet. Shit sure. 8.58 light years from us. I guess they're faster than light travel isn't that great, or this guy's now approaching old age from all the places he's been. Magma Dragon. But I'm fairly sure the thing that happens at the end of the stage, you know, when you zoom into the sky off the dun, it's, that's like meant to be you going into, like, warp speed, you know. The thing is, if you travelled faster than light, I mean, what would things look like? You know? That's a pretty horrifying thought. Phoenix Fighter. Not much known about it. You mean we couldn't come up with anything? PG. Heat miners. Convert heat into energy for planetary forces. Well, the planet's going to force itself on us. I don't think so. I'm going to be the one going in and out of its holes. Quadram. Wasn't that an expansion for a PC? Unknown. Believed to be Sentinel towers. Take them out. Like the planet with the least inspired briefing that starts you facing a fucking wall ends up being, like, one of the best ones. Jeez. I did say that the ships in this try to ram you, and we're starting to encounter them in this stage quite a lot. We'll see quite a few of them. I do like the music in here, though. Finally, Afterburner. Yes. I think my joystick's going wonky again. I'm definitely going to have to crack this open and fix it. Still, we saw that this game does actually play well with a keyboard, which is really unusual for one of these sort of aerial combat games with this sort of movement. It's really is, like, staggering how well they got that to work when all the others sort of failed. Like, Descent really sucks at that sort of thing, you know. Whether the game's good or bad's irrelevant here. It's just that it doesn't do that anywhere near as well as this game does. This game's movement is just so much better than the others. He's got, like, Fury 3 and stuff that handles a fair bit like this, so it's the same engine and everything. I was never so keen on that one. I don't know why. I could never really place my finger on what it was about it that just didn't hold my attention like this did. Because by all accounts, it should be the better game. Like, on paper, you know, but it's just missing something for me, I guess. Maybe it's just the mere fact I played this one fast. The great thing with the joysticks, you can kind of one-hand it. I don't need to blow these up, so I don't know why I'm doing it. I just felt like it. It's just like, yeah, solid. Let's just destroy their infrastructure while we're here. Just let them know we mean business. Once again, you know, how many billions and billions of whatever currency they have on this planet is this costing them? I mean, they're probably using wood as a currency, because, I mean, we saw trees on Emir, or whatever like it's pronounced like, but we haven't seen them anywhere else, and it's, you know, from our perspective in the real world, like, we have trees on this planet, right? Where else do those grow? We haven't found any more of them in the universe yet. So for all we know, we're the only planet that has them. They might not exist anywhere else. So by that logic, wood should be more valuable than gold, because it's a much rarer resource. At least if we start in, like, interplanetary and it turns out you can't grow trees on other planets, or can't grow them particularly easily, you know, to where it's an expensive thing to do. I mean, you know, I can't imagine greenery growing on this planet. Like, nothing probably grows here. Oh! Please be a shield restore. Please be a shield restore. Please be a shield restore. Please be a shield. It is! Yes! Oh! Man, the numbers are building up of them behind us here. I'm going to take them out just for my fucking frame rate, I think. Well, I think we are going down a tunnel in a couple of minutes, so maybe we could just ignore them, but... Man, they're inside each other, having a little bit of shimmer I should know about going on there, you know. I remember what I was saying about my ship's got radar but no gaydar. I bet we wish we'd fitted that now. Oh man, yeah, this joystick needs repairs. It has had me ragging it around since, like, the early 90s. It kind of gives an excuse to be a little bit sort of worn out, you know. It's a nice joystick. It's, you know, could I get a better one? I don't know, because I do really like the way... Was that tunnel a secret then? It obviously was. Can I get back over there? Probably not. I don't think I can remember the exact direction, but we'll have a quick go. Oh, there's the tunnel exit. That's the way out of the tunnel there. So I went down there. Would that have had me destroy these other targets? I don't know. I guess we'll just head for the exit. We could be out here all day looking for it. I might as well take that. Spawned in right on top of me. Oh, we finally got the ion blaster. This game's Garley spray gun. You know, she takes aim, but it's not gonna go where she thinks it is. Right, let's get this level done. Jeez, I flew quite a long ways away. I might look out and come across the tunnel while we're in here. Oh man, the calibrators and everything. I can feel movement. It's come loose in there, is what's going on. Probably a broken plastic post or something somewhere. Whoa, 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 what was that? Yeah, there's definitely something, something loose in here. Yeah, fuck it, we'll take it and did it again. I think I've made it worse. When that fell, it sort of fell under my fingers. I touched the Y calibrator slider, and yeah. I did actually consider trying to play this with the steering wheel. Yeah, the faint light dot, whereas I wonder if you'd just see a really bright light. Or would it depend on what you were looking at? It's like, say if I like started moving away from the Earth at light speed, then would I even be able to see the Earth because I'm outrunning the light that's bouncing back off it? So, you know, wouldn't it just go black at that point, like if I looked backwards? So the fascinating thought, I mean, attenuation would stop you being able to do it, but like radio signals and that, you can listen to the radio and travel 1 light year away and you'd hear a radio broadcast from a year before, assuming the attenuation wasn't too strong, and it probably would be. I maintain what I said though, this is the best planet. By far. Except maybe the next one. I'm just going to have to run to the bathroom. One moment. But dear me, this char's not safe, like, at all. I've really got to get another one. That pretty much holds the damn thing together. Yeah, cheap mass-produced furniture from the 1950s, you know, it's all that racket you hear in the background of videos on this channel, it's generally this char trying to kill me. Someday it will. Let's have a quick drink. Everything is still running as it is. Oh, it feels way worse than usual today, this char. You know, I might make a point of repairing it this week. I mean, I could probably just buy a new folding char, they're only like £8. Yeah, previous broadcast. If you could sort of decipher the signal, like through the attenuation, you know, you should be able to do it. So you'd be able to go back and hear the fast radio broadcasts. Wait. I think that problem with the joystick is going to plague us all the way to the end now. I'm actually missing food and stuff at this point. I've gotten farther in the game than I thought I would in one sitting, because I do think this is going to be a two-sitting thing. And it might be over a week before I can come back and finish it, but again, what a testament to this game's controls. I haven't really sat and played this properly in a few years, and while I'm still rusty at it, it doesn't look that bad, you know, even if I do say so myself. Like, am I doing brilliantly? Fuck no, but not doing terribly. It doesn't feel weird and alien in my hands, you know, it feels just fine. And that's how well done the controls were in this. I know I keep saying it, but it really is quite impressive, just given how badly most of these games manage to fail in that area. Fuck off, you flying nuisances. We need is like some sort of space spiders to come and deal with them. I still wonder if these crafts are manned, or if they're just sort of robots. Flying automatons. It's a word you don't hear very much now. I quite like that word. I think that should come back, as we're probably approaching the age of like robots. You know, that is a word I want to hear, is automaton, just because it sounds cool. You know, it really does, even without not knowing what it means. I think it paints the picture in your head. Oh, it's the nuke. It paints the picture of like some sort of robotic workforce. Oh, where my frames? Where are they going? There must be a tunnel somewhere. Yeah, there's just loads of objects over the hill. I always liked that noise. It's like they're getting mad with you. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I was just thinking it was the pilot of the other ship just yelling at you. Well, you wonder, do they speak the same language, the guy in my ship and the guys in these, you know? Would they be swearing at each other over the radio, or are they all very professional about it? There we go. Now I want to switch back, thanks. There we go. Don't need to destroy those two. Ow! Yeah, they're way more aggressive now, the ships, though, than they were before. Okay, we're gonna go down tunnels. Oh, shit. Man, there's loads of them here. Another nuke. We could use one just for the sake of showing what it does. Like, it just nukes everything out the air. It's an awesome weapon. I remember the first time I used it, but what the fuck did that do? You know? And then noticing there was just nothing anywhere near me. Like, oh, great. I think this is where that crash is that I mentioned. We should be fine here, but from the room this sends us to, in the question mark coordinate land, not a good time for that bug to happen. Joystick, hang in there, buddy. Luckily, I think this one uses round pots Hall of Mirrors. Nice. So I should be able to replace them if they've gone bad. Shit thing, I guess, will be fine in linear ones. I should put logarithmic ones in just to see how awkward it feels. But yeah, this has 2 exit tunnels from this room, and I'm fairly sure one of them crashes the game invariably, and I don't remember which one it is, so the chances are I'm going to end up picking the tunnel that crashes the game, because we know what my luck is like. Hey, that's nice. Yeah, sure, let's just use that again. Why wouldn't you? You know, when it keeps giving me them, it's I'm guessing the developers really liked that weapon. That gives me 2 of them. You can't carry 2, you can only carry 1. 3 rendering, well 4 actually, because we've got that other tunnel that we came in through, so yeah, it's going to slow my machine down. Whoa, joystick, now is not the time. I remember having a dream about the Sega Saturn, like back in these days. There was some racing game that had a texture set very similar to these. It was very advanced looking. Obviously doesn't exist as far as I know, but I guess that's obviously what the Saturn looked like, to my mind. Man, that'd look good on like bed sheets or something, this texture. Probably once more giving away that, you know, I'd actually lived through the 90s. It's such a... Oh no, I've used all my afterburner. Shim the other buttons that do... Or dirt they? I can remap the controls. What could I put on those? I don't know, I don't like switching weapon one at a time. I'd rather just reach for the keyboard. You notice for this whole stream, I've had my hand in my crotch, playing with a stick. So I probably should be in some sort of trouble for this. Is this the same tunnels? I think it is. Right, so I picked the one that was in the wall, didn't I? And not the one that was in... If it is the same tunnels, we've just gotten more real-time lasers. Ah, shit. Come off it, I got the shield restore, you dingus. I mean, nukes disappeared. Ah, shit. Well, maybe you can get infinite RTLs doing this. That'd be pretty neat. If somebody wanted to spend all the time, like, flying in a loop to get them. And we can get infinite SWATs as well. You fucking SWAT dickhead. So I used to call you if you're like a bit of a teacher's pet and did well in school. You fucking SWAT. I don't know where it comes from. Might be a gypsy word. I'm not sure about that. Could be. Oh no, there's definitely something broken in the base of this joystick. And my fucking afterburner, man. That sucks. This is all Tai Tenga's fault. Or is it Te Tenga? Very Asian-y sounding words in this game. But again, that could just as easily be like Mayan or something. It would simply stop entirely if you play it with... for me, if I have the joystick enabled and not plugged in, the game just gets stuck sort of locked full on at one axis. Like, it's as if you're pressing up and left full on or something. It sort of figures with how the circuit works. Weed game. Oh no, I don't know about weed games. I've done a lot of... And there's the thing, isn't it? Am I going to do more weed games? I will honour my word for anyone who successfully guesses the next new game I'm going to play. A pack of light bulbs in a socket and voltage you don't have. No one will guess it. And even then I'm not 100% set. I might change my mind and do one of the 3D games next. It's looking like a 2D one next. Androids. Androids have feelings too. Alright, so it sounds like it's trying to, like, yeah, that's been done a load of times. It's like a cop-out. That's the sort of thing you do in college. It's like when I was in college and I wrote a story about a living doll, which I guess would sort of be like a robot. And really, you know, the whole fucking thing was just an excuse to be as vulgar as possible. You know, you can imagine some of I wrote, the kind of things that happened in it. And, yeah, you know, because it was... I tried to pass it on as being deep and meaningful about, well, what is humanity and, you know, what makes life so valuable? And is it far to like this and this? You know, it was like, oh, that's really good, and like, you know, makes you think. It's like, no, you know, I was just trying to write rude things and get away with it. But because I used some long wards, you know, apparently it's fine. Oh, badly timed. I quite like this hazard. I don't know what it is. It's like a very simple thing, but I thought they were pretty neat. Maybe they should have made them be Fulbright all the time, though. You look a bit more electric plasma-y sort of thing. We've violated the planet. We've been in all its holes, so now we'll go and blow up the cinder. I realised we were playing Killer Instinct, but I mean, that's not a bad game. I can get behind that. This guy's fire is basically pretty random from what I remember, so it really is mostly just a case of just fire at him and hope he doesn't hit you too much. You know, I could probably use my swap missiles on him. They'd probably be quite effective. Holy shit, he dies fast. I didn't even get the killing blow. His guy stunned on him. It's like, oh, we'll kill him for you. We never liked him anyway. Yeah, Cinder was a bit of a puny Killer Instinct character, I always felt. Or maybe he was just particularly vulnerable to Orchid, I don't know. Let's play as Orchid, obviously. I mean, like, she was like the 90s big boob lady. It's what I was on about with Sepia in Shadow Warrior, where I'm surprised they didn't give her massive knockers, you know, just from the era the game was made. Can I have a shield restore, please? Please? I'll be nice to you, I promise. Nah, you're gonna be stingy. Fucking tight bastard. Don't be fucking shady. Ah! Oh no, my joystick's going to bug out, isn't it? It's going to do that ping that it keeps doing. I'm going to be very delicate with it. I should have saved before I came in here. I really should have saved before I came in here. So many things going on. I didn't even touch anything. It sounded like I hit a door. Yeah, I don't know. You see, I tried to destroy the dunny, but it doesn't seem to work. Maybe you really have to hit it for a long time. We can maybe try in one of the levels, I suppose. I'm going to have to defeat the boss again, but it's no big deal. It's not fucking hard, bruv. I don't have very many of these missiles, and maybe I want to save them. Oh no, that was a total waste. Yeah, let's use real-time lasers to finish him off. Barbie lasers! Joystick, knock it off. Yeah, just calibrate the joystick on the fly. Again, this is a thing that I don't think... Like, I don't even know what joysticks are made now, but I really don't think they have those on them anymore. The little calibration sliders. It's because like the early games and shit on PC, you didn't usually have a calibrate joystick option, you just had to move those around until it worked. Yeah, take risk. What the fuck? Why do I keep hitting corners that I'm not hitting? Game? Can you at least try to be reliable for me, buddy? Is this some engine interpolation thing that I'm moving ahead of the collision system or something? Oh, fuck you. I was already past it. What the fuck? There's something wrong with that spot in the tunnel. It always seems to... Oh no, don't do that. So it keeps dipping up. That's not me, that's the joystick. There's something wrong with it. I mean, it's old and beat up is what's wrong with it. double person. Well, you know, do you really think this thing's... You should... Someday I'll have to take a bunch of screenies of what the management shit on this channel looks like, because it's totally broken. I swear there's something wrong with this channel. there's something that's not right with it. Oh, that's my favourite planet done, or what maybe. I guess it's sort of joint between this planet and the next one as to which one's my favourite. Because this one has really cool music and stuff as well. Hate how the dash draws black over the 6. Aragon. 10.6 light years from us, a bit farther. Research began on a subatomic bomb or quark bomb. The base of the theoretical bomb was thorium-4, an unstable isotope that would, if struck with sufficiently accelerated particles, blast in what was termed deconstruction radius. Everything in the radius briefly separates into its component quarks and reassembles randomly, destroying its original form. The bomb was so utterly destructive that research was terminated and all data supposedly destroyed. Apparently the PDCs accessed databanks containing the early designs, and the robot diggers began mining the thorium-4. So basically, if I open my smoke detector, I can make one of these. Destroy what forces are guarding the planet and any mining vehicles you find, fly through the collider tunnels and thorium core and destroy it. Normal weapons won't start a deconstruction. Intelligence indicates that the core should be a large greenish sphere. If it is swelling, then it is an excited state. Proceed with caution. If the PDCs are linked together with deconstruction warheads, you can kiss our collective asses goodbye. Preparing tactical report. Man, you've got to be able to speed read in these. I think there is a way to slow it down. I think there's a setting for it. EMC command post. Toast them all. Oh. They're harmless. They transport thorium to the tunnels and to the transport ships. Man, they're cool. I want one. Randorian anti-space. You see, I told you this was Dinosaur Planet. We've got bloody Randorn on it controlling these things. Aragon Shriek Fighter made for speed. You can tell, because all the ships made for speed in this game are like long and thin. I used to think the player's ship was a voxel model in this. I don't think it is, but... Where's the button for this? Holy crap. You know, there'll be someone out there who likes to play in this view mode. You can see the joystick pinging. There it is, lump of tobacco. I've just exercised manners, because if I wasn't live stream, I would have sat here coughing that up and spat it out. Which I probably should have just done anyway, thinking about it, but, yeah, well. Once again, no reason to blow any of this stuff up. It's just, it's in our path, so it might as well get destroyed, you know. Ah, finally, more afterburner. It's almost like they actually tested this game, you know. I don't know that they tested it very much, but I think they at least tried. It gives me that impression. Sorry, trucks, if I can't keep you for myself, then nobody can. I still wish they'd bloody never shut that spaceship McDonald's down. These are the tunnels where you will definitely get stuck if you play this on a fast PC. You won't be able to leave them. You get to the end, and as you fly out, the game sort of freezes for a second, and then you fly in back down the same tunnel in the opposite direction. I think there's quite an elaborate tunnel network in this planet. I found the walls in here looked a bit shiny, as if you were seeing the inside of the planet through glass. Like there's a glass panel against the rock, but then I figured it'd probably be quite a soft material. Man. Titty missiles. Titty twisters. You know, it probably would hurt to have somebody twist your titties. I mean, I figure if someone grabbed hold of me by the chest and started twisting it, probably hurt, so... That'd be quite enjoyable. I haven't tried, maybe should. Ow, you jerk. Do I get a new Mamma Mia in here? Because if I do, I'm gonna... a dam. I don't know, because I'm so tempted to... what is a dam? Is that like a dike to the extreme? You know, she's not a bull dyke, she's a bull dam. Man, the models in this world are pretty cool. It really is quite a simple game, this, when you stop and think about it. Like, it doesn't do very many things, but it does what it does quite fucking well. It just feels good to blur things up, you know, they got that right. Like, all I have to do here really is go in the tunnels, but I'm just enjoying blowing up turrets and stuff, which is probably not good, because I am losing health doing it. Are there any more of them bunker buildings I can get items out of? Doesn't look like it. Are there defence turrets here? Yeah, there's a few of them. Oh shit, that's close to the ground. Maybe don't want to be this low, but yeah, whatever. What's the worst that could happen? We could crash? Yeah, probably. Well, I broke everything for no reason, so now I'm going to leave this stinky room. Sort of picture would have quite an acrid sort of chemical smell about this world. Like, just touching it would be enough to poison you with something. Hitherto unknown. Does it show I played this world and the previous one more than the others? It's like... Oh no, they did it perfectly. But I think the collision's a bit weird at times on this. It's probably something to do with the speed of the machine. Joystick broke. Really shouldn't take so many risks when I'm playing on a faulty stick. It doesn't have erectile dysfunction like an N64, it's more like sort of unpredictable erections that this one has, where it just decides to have one and sends the thing bloody skyrocketing upwards at a moment's notice. Oh, totally worth it. Question is, which exit tunnel do we want to use? There's another fucking fly fucker in here, where is he? Well, he's keeping pace with me pretty damn well. Hoping he'd drop a power core, but to no avail. Go for this tunnel. I really want one of them trucks. I wonder if I could build one. Problem is, you'd never be allowed to drive it because of the stupid fucking laws. It's like, you think something moving that slow is going to fucking injure anyone? Of course, you're going to rob fucking taxes off me, you thieving bastards. Yeah, just punish anyone who does even remotely well. Oh, you can buy things your neighbours can't. Let's just tax the hell out of you. So, yeah, why don't you punish my neighbours for being fucking stupid and leave me alone? You know, that would be a more logical thing to do. Well, these out of it. I'm almost tempted to test that myself. Fuck it, let's try it. Can I get out of bounds? Oh! No, I can't. It was worth a go. Man, they don't work so good in here, the ships, do they? I don't think I want to blow any of these things up. You know, I don't think I'll get anything out of doing it. Wow, the trucks follow me. They don't even have weapons, but they follow me. And we're going to drive towards this menacingly. We can't even fly, but that'll show him. Just try and look as intimidating as possible. With my unarmed ore truck. I'll blow diesel smoke at you. Yeah. Are you intimidated? Diesel smoke, dangerous curves. Also shield restores in this tunnel for some reason. The devs kept crashing into things in here. Almost feels like a tunnel that was built to be flown down in the other direction, which I think you can do, because this is probably going to be right... Yeah, it's on that same complex where we entered. This will be the opposite side of the same zone. I sort of wonder if you can't just turn around and fly back down the same tunnel you came in through, and it would just end the level. I've got to say, I think there's buildings out here, so I'm going off... going off pointer. I don't think there's anything useful in here. Got quite a lot of afterburner. And I think this is the last planet in this episode. Got the dummy. Well, I mean, you know, they do have style on this planet with their glass domes, so I can't blame them for doing it. That architecture's a lot nicer than the shit they make now. Yeah, I quite like the hostility of the trucks. I'm sure it's really just an oversight, but... Triangles, the Illuminati! It was them all along! Hey, that or the Deathly Hallows are on this planet. I think things are Fulbright when they first come into the draw distance. I haven't really noticed it do that before. Video card in this machine is dying, so it could be a problem with that, I suppose, but I wouldn't have thought it would do that. It's the 90s. The sequence break. Why not do it? Yeah. Of course, now I'm in here, the bloody twitchiness is back. Yeah, man. Yeah, it should be an easy fix. I should probably have cleaned it faster of all, because it's actually kind of sticky, which I'm sure is just nicotine, but... You know, that probably isn't helping matters. Maybe I will try playing it with the steering wheel sometime. The trucks are following me again. Yeah, I still liked the idea of snorkel, personally. You know, I wish I'd found the time to make that bloody thing. It would have been quite amusing. It's really dangerous and stuff. Hey, that restores my health when I use the dam. I'd forgotten all about that. Ow! Wow, this is a dead-end room. Only one tunnel. Well, the frame rate's happy about that, I suppose. I guess the C-Nerms are a bit like the trucks. I mean, I don't think all of them have weapons on, so I think some of those just run towards you pointlessly as well. They look pretty fucking hilarious, though. Their walking animation on them is great. It almost feels like I was meant to come out of here, just with the direction I've got to go in. I actually wonder if at one time you're going to be able to start in the tunnels or something. Like, or at least in tunnel rooms. Because you can save in the tunnel rooms. They're not bound by that rule of no tunnel saving. For whatever reason, because you can't save and load in here. Well, you can't save. Can you load? You can load from a tunnel. Well, that figures it is basically just a memory snapshot, surely. Probably a memory snapshot of everything but the textures. Still evaluating doing that with Duke, where I just load all the textures into RAM at the start of the game. Just every single texture. Because it's like, with what I want New Inversion 2 to run on, you'd never really run out of RAM doing that. And so it's like, well, should I just do it? And then you wouldn't get those sort of lag spikes when you turn the corner and new sectors draw that have textures that aren't yet cached. Because they'd already be cached, you know, just cache everything immediately. So you'd get like a longer load time at the beginning, but then it's all just working out of RAM. And sort of 6th generation PCs, they should be able to handle that sort of thing in memory pretty quick. I mean, the memory speeds on them is quite fast. Man, this level was really involved, wasn't it? Fly down 2 tunnels and, like, leave. Whoa. What sort of value is that even chucking down the axis when it does that? Could be the sound card going bad, you know. I don't know, I don't remember things not being subject to the draw fog. Like, I remember everything being in it. It seems just as they come into distance like that, they're full bright for just a frame or two. I mean, keep in mind, the first time I played this game, it would have been on like a socket 4 Pentium. It would have been a far bit faster than this. Although it would have had a Mac 64 video card, which isn't at its strongest. I didn't think it was a Mac 64. It might have been a Mac 32. I don't know. I just know it was ATI. That's all I remember for certain about it. Of course, the PC, there's a replica of it, but it's on an S3 card for now. And there's what I would have switched this game onto, and may at some point. So I do have to go and eat, so it might be that I sort of drop out on this when I'm done with this planet, and we'll come back and finish it some other day. It'll probably be quite a quick stream. I think he dropped an item, but there's no way I was getting it. So it does hold up, this game. It is, like I say, quite a simple game at its heart. There's really not a lot going on with it. The mechanics of it aren't very advanced, but I think it would have ruined the game if they were. Like, if you'd had to interact with shit in the levels, I actually think it would have played really badly. I think the just fly around and blow stuff up mechanic is where the focus should have been, and clearly was. There's nothing for me in here. I'll just exit. There we go. Bit of mandatory damage. Penalise me for playing on a machine that's slow, why don't you? It really isn't slow, this PC. Dare anybody to try doing this on a 40 megahertz SX and get the same sort of performance out of it. As many of them will not. I mean, I was going to play it on my DX50 and it turned out to be too slow. With all these other weapons that I'm not using and probably should. These frickin' turrets, man. They're annoying. I'm going to get rid of them just because I don't like them. Screw you, turrets. Not as bad as them motherfucking helicopters. Bang? No bang this time. Cool. Hang on, am I heading towards a boss? I am. I don't know if it's this tunnel or another one, but the boss is coming up. We're getting close to him. Weird boss in this map. It's like a sinister glowing orb thing. It looks very nuclear. Like, it's very obvious that you're fighting against nuclear physics. Maybe I don't believe in nuclear physics. You know, here's one for you. I don't believe in quantum physics. How about that? I genuinely don't. I think that whole thing's a scam. I think it's bullshit because I've seen nothing to prove it. And the testing method for it doesn't make sense to me with sort of the scientific method. It's like, that isn't how you conduct a scientific test. You can't just go, well, we think that's what it is. It's like, look, this isn't repeatable. And the whole thing's explained away by something we do know, which is fucking variance in margins for error. You're testing it, like, within, like, on Earth, you know. There's a lot of factors that can affect this. So I think that whole thing's a scam. I think it's bullshit. I don't believe in quantum mechanics. I think it's trash. And everything seems to work fine and be explainable without it, generally, so look, I'm not buying into this. I think you're trying to con me for some reason. If you subscribe to that idea and stuff, you know, I'm not bashing on you for it. You know, maybe you know something I don't. It's entirely possible. I don't claim to be that smart. You know, when I say that word, I think it makes the button glow under the video, from what I understand. What if I just say it over and over again? Oh no, he's got double health bars, this one. But I got SWAT missiles. You fucking SWAT dickhead. I'll just insult him. Oh no, it's like, what was the fuck was that toy called? It was like a ball with the knobbly bits on it, like it just used to have a fucking motor with an eccentric weight in it. It was on that Small Soldiers movie. Ah, fuck it, just nuke the bastard. It didn't do anything! What do you mean I can't defeat nukes with nukes? Of course I can! I mean, whether it hits you or not is pretty random, really. Ah, that's how you do it. You pull a 180 like that. Took me a bit too long to figure that out. Zaf's lousy at games now. I remember when you used to be good at them. Yeah, I do as well. It was a long time ago, wasn't it? Oh. Now, don't waste my SWAT missiles in here. Let's use these. Oh, shit, this joystick's getting worse, man. Definitely going to fix that before I come back with this, I think. What I'll do in the meantime is that I quite like the thought I had of, like, you know, I don't play Hexen because it's too long, but I quite like the thought of alternating. So when I stream again, it might actually be one of the new games I want to play, and we'll just take it in turns, and we'll do sort of, you know, this, and then Hexen, and then that, and then Hexen, then that, until either one's done. I don't know how long the new stuff I want to play is. Might be long, might be short. Ooh, it was a bit dodgy rendering. I don't think the math they have for camera placement on the second render pass is as good as the stuff with the build games. You know, this probably would be doable in build, this game. Probably actually look better in build. Probably perform better in build. You'll be able to do the polygon ships. I suppose you could modify the engine to do them. I could actually get them to work, I think, in a way, but you'd have to use loads of rendering passes. The thing of calling, like, the mirrors or the tunnel stuff like a second rendering pass is a bit misleading, because it actually becomes the fast rendering pass, and the world around you becomes a second. Like, if I'm staring into the entrance of a tunnel, the inside the tunnel's rendering before the world that I'm in, where I am. I assume that's how this game does it, just by the frame rate. It's certainly how I would approach that problem. Yeah, I think if I put the DX50 in this thing, it might actually do it, but I don't want to faff about swapping it. But it would run better. And the board that's on is like an early VLB board. It's really not very fast. You know, it's on like the 482 chipset. They're not not as snappy as having this is like, what, the 498, so... What? It just kicks me straight into this episode? I like music in here. I like how it laughs at you. Should I press on? Should I just beat the game today? I don't know. Well, we've got 3 planets to go. I do have to eat. Solid. Maybe I'll just skip food. That music suits the sea gnomes so well. Where are they? Them bastards. Oh yeah, this planet has trees as well. That whole thing with the polygon ships, by the way, if I was trying to make something like that, they wouldn't really be polygons, they would be made out of sectors. It would, the performance would tank very quickly. Yeah, I gotta keep my weapons and everything. Cool. Yeah, the sea gnomes are targets. I forgot about that. Bastard things. Stupid robots. Thing is, they're stupid robots, but they can run on water. Bloody Jesus droids. It's blasphemy. And that is something I'd believed before I believed anything about quantum mechanics. Because there's enough archaeological evidence to suggest at the very least that Jesus was here, you know. And then believe what you want about, you know, what he did and whether he was like the Son of God or not, but, you know, certainly seems the guy was here and did exist. There's more that points towards that than there is for bloody quantum mechanics. Holy shit, I'm gonna get blown up. And I haven't saved the game in ages. A bunker. Give me a shield, please. Yes. Just in time. There's a real knack for that in this. I think the longer you take, the more sea gnomes appear, so there's an incentive to blow things up quickly in this level. God, them bloody cruise liners are nasty. Where are you? I will hunt you down. With the power of afterburner. Last one there. Blow it up now. Ow. Yeah, I think they come out of the buildings there. Mamma missiles. Fire my titty twisters. Yes. Stupid robot. I've had enough hassles with robots. But we'll be alright next time because we earn every colour of light bulb now. Fucking hell, my health just gets chewed away in no time in this world. Then maybe it'd be wise to like fly around the islands fast and take out the cruise liners. They're not really cruise liners, I mean they don't usually put guns on those, but we'll call them cruise liners. They look a little bit like cruise liners, right? Well, they do to me. Oh, fucking... It's like just this barrage of lasers. Lasers? And they're firing Barbie lasers, so they're fucking humiliating me at the same time. I mean, just think, if they actually perfect building sex robots and stuff, that dude I knew might actually get his wish. I still don't think that's something he was really into so much as it was just teenage hormones getting the better of him. I think his brain just sort of defaulted to, ooh, blonde bimbo, and that was about the as far as it went. And then just doubled down on something stupid that he'd said without thinking. It was very in line for him. He used to say some fucking ridiculous things. The guy had no common sense at all. But he was a good friend, so, you know. And he could take a joke. He wouldn't get actually, like, annoyed with you for making fun of him for it or anything. You know, he'd smirk about it. Ah, for fuck's sake, man, this level's chewing me up. I'm not even sure what's taking my health off. It's like I look one moment and I'm perfectly fine, and then I look back and I'm knackered. I like how the legs get left behind. They're like still little robotic chickens or something. Bunch of jerks. Ow. But yeah, I think the sea gnomes, from what I remember, come out of those towers, so you really want to take those out quickly. For fuck's sake, will you stop flying in my face? Because otherwise it just spawns more of them, like, forever. I mentioned this earlier, didn't I? Like, how that might actually tank this PC pretty nastily if we're not careful with it. Thing only has so much processing power before it's had enough. You know, it may be quick for an SX machine, but it's not infinitely fast. You know, this is real dangerous in real life, flying water. It's very difficult to tell how far away you are from it. Fucking hell, give me room to breathe, guys. Fucking jeez, man. You guys are assholes, you little fly, you fucking... dollar store Star Wars technology that they've got. Okay. I can see ground targets, so there's probably more fucking sea gnomes waiting for us. At least there's not many polygons in that building. Fuck you. And you. Ow. Man. They're just jocks in this world. Everything just kills me so much. Take out the cruise ships. Take out the sea gnomes. Take out... Fucking hell, what hit me there? So that's what I'm on about. There's something that deals massive damage and I don't know what it is. No shield restore. I'm really going to be using this afterburner here. Oh, my frames. I don't want to be this high up in the air because it wreaks havoc on the frame rates. Use the Mamma Mia missiles or something, I guess. Blow things up faster. Reduce the polygon counts in the world a little bit. Oh, fuck off. I didn't touch it. I guess the hitboxes are squares. Ah, fucking hell. Fucking sea gnomes, man. It's a bit of a waste of my lasers, but whatever. So I don't want to be stuck flying around taking the ships out like the cruise liner fuckers, because if I do that, it's going to produce loads of sea gnomes. They're laughing at me. Fuck you. Oh yeah, the frame rate takes a dive in this level, man. It's just too much going on. We are encroaching the limits of what this CPU can do, apparently. Still runs better than IdTech. IdTech won't even run, Quake's engine that is won't even run on this this machine. Okay, let's take some of these losers out. I have the power of flight and you don't, therefore I'm superior to you in every fucking way. Except helicopters, they suck, they're beneath you. So they're just irritating. Fucking doofering around in the air. Annoying. Should be banned. And when I come to power, they will be. Well, except for like military use probably. I guess you'd have to let them have them because everyone else has them, so... Felt like most of those missed. Whatever, we destroyed most of it. Now, hurry up before I get killed by something. Da, 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 da. Oh jeez, how many of them is there? Holy crap. Ow! Oh, get out of there. Go in the tunnel. Forget that shit. They've armed the little droids now. They really have armed them. Will you stop doing that to me just for flying in a fucking tunnel? Why is the frame rate so bad in here? Is there any need for it? We're only drawing a square tunnel. This is where they stopped testing that 486 that's on the box there. Oh, shield restore. Ah, breathe easy for just a moment. Of course, now the joystick's going to bug out and start crashing me into ceilings again. Can you roll in tunnels? Oh, you can. Sweet. Just get me out of there. Great, now what? Why didn't you just put that on the end of the tunnel like you usually would? I hope this lag doesn't continue. It's getting a bit rough. Oh, we played over 2/3 of the game with the machine not limping through it. It's not bad. I will persist. I'm not afraid of a bit of lag. Where's the target set I need? Where is that? 126. Okay. That can come back for it, you see. If needs be. Man, you really do just get assaulted big time in this world. This is what life feels like. This is a good bloody... Oh, man. Oh, they even do, like, little rolls and stuff. They're, like, showing off. Okay, we got more shield restores. Good. And what's in this one? So maybe they realised they've been a little bit too stingy. We've got to give the players something, man. Oh, man, there's sea gnomes all over the place there. What are these bloody cruise ships? Screw you, blow up, have fun sinking at the bottom of the ocean. Same goes for you. Same goes for you as well, actually. Get back here. You bloody iron blasters. I thought you fired lasers. Maybe they fire both. Maybe I just haven't noticed. See, it's a bit like walking instead of driving. When you drive, you don't get to notice much of the scenery around you. Can't really appreciate it. When you walk or ride a bike, you can totally just appreciate what's around you in much greater detail. That's what lag's like, you know. I think you need to appreciate the lag. It's doing you a favour by making the game slow. Fucking hell, these seem to take a random amount of missiles to actually blow up. Okay. Oh, more fucking towers. Oh. Enough with the lag. Even I have my limits and we're sort of approaching them, I will admit. We are actually getting, we're pretty much up on it actually, what my tolerances to lag look like. Which is definitely much more than most people's, I think, but... You know, most of the weapons in this really do about the same amount of damage when you look at it. Ow! Fucking hell, them ion blasts hurt. Oh, fuck off, I missiled him, you div. Oh, my button's going now. Yeah, my afterburner button's broken. It's not working anymore. Man, they really like just flying through you in here, don't they? It's a very effective tactic, I'll give them that. It does a lot of damage to me. E for evil. There's evil in there. The evil. Oh, I don't have to destroy these ones. Good. Well, then I'm going for the tunnel. Button, will you walk? Please. There we go. About that. What's in there? Curious. Blow it up, find out. Another shield. Yeah, they definitely realised they were being a bit too stingy. We are suffering in here. I hope the next planet isn't slow like this one. But the next planet's the hardest one in the game because it has them fucking space rocks that just land on you out of nowhere. I don't know if we'll be able to get very far with that. I might even leave that for another day. I really am going to have to go and eat. I do still have a headache as well. It's one of the things that delayed this stream by several days. It's not gone yet. It's just, I'll do it now while I can, but... Holy jeez, you know. Oh, come on. Ah, we can go straight to the exit. This fucking button. I'll finish this planet at least before I quit for the day. Anything good in there? Let's go for it, let's find out. Might as well. I swear it's these bloody sea gnomes, man, they get everywhere. I think we're getting afterburner faster than we're using it now at least, which is good. Yeah, the laughter bit really does sound like it is just the sea gnomes musically. Animated procedurally, I don't know. I'm not good with 3D models. This is where I come completely unstuck. Yeah, I can only go 2.5 dimensions. Any further than that, and it gets to be a bit of a problem. Let me try and unbust this button a bit. I got a headache, he says. I want the headache to go away, he says. Just use this indoors, why don't you? Feels mushy now. Okay. Oh yes, quite pertinent. Any tissue? There we go. I was using that to clean heat sinks, but whatever. Need to open it up to do that sort of thing, really, but I'll take what I can get. It's affected the axis. Yeah, the button's a little bit more reliable with that. It is just a shitty tactile button under there. Even if it's busted, it shouldn't be hard to replace. And the great thing with these old analog joysticks is there's nothing in them. You know, they are just a bunch of potentiometers and buttons. So if you're willing to put the time in, they are really just repairable pretty much indefinitely. So if you're fond enough of it, you know, you keep it going forever. And I rather like my joysticks, you know, I'm quite attached to it. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel even better if there's like some pretty girl playing with it, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, they're just everywhere, these bloody gnomes. That's not a gnome, that's a hippie he's just killed. He's just killed a hippie, everyone. You killed Neil, didn't you, Rick? No, no! Yes, you did. I'm going to tell on you. Rick, will you tell your conscience to keep it down? I'm trying to sleep. What a fucking lagfest. I may end up finishing this on a different PC when I come back to it. Maybe necessary. The machine did well, I think, all things considered. It really didn't run that bad for most of the game, and we did technically ignore the system requirements a little bit. Oh, man. I think this machine, I've owned this thing, this machine, now for 21 years in some form or another. This was the one that I first built out of garbage when my Athlon 64 shat the bed and I was stuck on a 486 for a year. Well, nearly a year, not quite a year, for a few months, almost a year, and then I got the Presler. And got stuck with that for over a decade. It was a good machine though, so, you know, it's fine. That thing's never going to retire, you know. That thing I'm going to have to just keep going until the end of time, it looks like. Because I always end up needing it for something. It sucks, I'd quite happily let it go, you know. I'm like, yeah, that's done its time, let's just turn it off and never use it again. But, I mean, this thing I keep going, but the Presler, I don't know, it's on that borderline of when PCs really started just turning into boring tools rather than being anything that fun or interesting like this was. But this machine's neat, it's kind of fun just for being a little bit of an oddball and just been a sort of time capsule of like changing technologies that were going on at the time. Have an expansion bus that only really existed for like a couple of years, you know. and really only on this one CPU platform, aside from the Pentiums and 386s that decided they were going to bridge it onto them. Weapons won't switch. This really is Bog City, isn't it? Look how many things are, like, spawned in, though. And there's shit everywhere. I don't even have to destroy it, I just gotta go to a checkpoint. Fuck that. I'm getting out of there. Where are these jerks? Let's take them out. There's more of them, I know there's more. Of course they're on top of me. Why wouldn't they be on top of me? It's zero distance on the thing there. Oh, it's hard to position it at this frame rate. Doesn't help that your shots tend to go right through this thing, and it is a problem we have seen with the bosses in this a few times now. Could fire a dem at it, but I don't think it'll help us. So we'll go with the really tacky lasers. They're real tacky, they're Barbie lasers, so... There's like an almost Arabian architecture look about this thing. Imagine just like the loudspeakers in there calling everybody to prayer. Assuming you're Islamic Arabians. I mean, they might be Christian, you know. Something else. People don't think of that very often. I'm not going into like political shit in the world. Everyone else does that. It's pretty boring. I get tired of hearing about it. Some of it's pretty funny. You know, I like watching what the Donald's doing over in the States. Like, that stuff's quite entertaining. You know, I'm not talking about whether you agree with the guy or not. That's besides the point here. I'm not going into that. It's more just the reporting of it. How you've got, like, you know, the Donald has done exactly what he said he would do, and the media's like, why is his approval rating going up? We don't understand. After he's enacted these policies he said he would enact, people who voted for him seem to like this. So yeah, maybe that's why they voted for him. You know, holy shit, some guy does a thing that people voted for him to do, and he does it, and people like that. Why is this confusing to you? I'm going to use a dam because this is getting out of hand. It's not going to help much because they do leave their legs behind, but yeah, that was getting a bit crazy trying to fight that. Like, it wasn't difficult, past the difficulty came from the frame rate. Okay, let's see if there's anything good in here. Oh, it gives me another dam. That's nice. I was sort of hoping it would. That they'd second guess that I would use it. I put it off as long as I could, but it just, yeah, no, that was getting too out of hand. Suppose it's karma. I mean, I threatened to do it to Meter, didn't I? Where I was like, what if I just spawn loads of things in your house? Will you like it? I look forward to playing that game in a couple of months, and I shan't be outdone this time in the lighting department. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this here for today. We actually beat most of the game. Wasn't intending to go through this much of it. I don't know if we'll be finishing it, and on this same machine I might move to a Pentium to finish it, because this is Sears Sol Asteroid Belt. Yeah, this is quite close to home. Driving a course with Earth, it's crawling with a host of defenders. So to make sure it reaches the target, destroy all defence towers linked to the entrance tunnel. Fly down the tunnel, destroy the ion pulse motivator, rendering it harmless. Don't fail, Zeph. PDC's not responding to any override codes. Doesn't look like we can turn them off. Technology coming to bite people in the ass. Funny, isn't it, how this always happens? DTS, well, it's got Dolby Surround on it at least. High-powered lasers. Shield tower. Destroying these towers should unlock the core entrance. Oh, these used to be in the promotional screens. Anti-spacecraft batteries. Guard the towers. Yeah, I have a funny feeling we are probably going to switch machine next time, but we'll see. So this is... Yeah, you see the rocks? They land on you and they blow you up. Yeah, beating boss in a dance match. Well, yeah, it is... it has that sort of feel about it. You can imagine it playing, you know, in some sort of nightclub, like it's some really seedy small one. It's in the back of an abandoned factory or something. Anyways, that's where I'm leaving this for today. I said I'd bring up the system specs at the end, so I guess we will. Just because I said I would. Yeah, jeez, where's that bloody thing? It's only somewhere. You see when I have weird things like just the folders on this? That's like the only surviving data that that I have. There you go, going there. Because I have like TSRs active, this might act weird, so you probably won't get an accurate score, but at least documents what's in the machine. Assuming it recognises it properly. It's a 40 megahertz processor. We see that when we start it. I mean, it's quite obvious the performance we get, but you know, so these always read us that. And half my VGA memory's gone missing. Don't have 2 megs anymore. It just doesn't work. It's broken. I'll let the test play out. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool music. It's tracker music. You know, I always quite liked the music in that game. It suits it really well. It does work well for what the game's trying to do. It's very fitting to the mood. Yeah, I feel like my score's going to be skewed here because of the fact we've got all the TSRs running and everything. These microphone's nearly underneath me. I should turn into like every other YouTuber. Stick it under my chin and use a radio voice, you know, so deal with that shit. I probably just deafened you, sorry. I'll let this play out. I might as well. See what happens to it. See if we're losing performance now. But that was fun. It'll be fun enough coming back and finishing it. So I don't know when it will be. If I can do it next Tuesday, I will, but I just don't think that's going to work out because I've got obligations, place I have to be, and stuff that's got to be done that I can't not do. So yeah, I'm going to have to go and do this shit. It's just the way it is. It's got a large hard drive in this, really, isn't it? 4 gig. Well, that's what we got. I don't really think it affects things very much. This is a VLD, obviously. It's a VL bus machine. It's not ISA, not PCI. PCI in this would feel weird. It probably performs slightly worse anyway. Yeah, I think we probably are losing a bit of speed from having the TSRs active. It doesn't really matter. I mean, that has no bearing on the game. I'm sure there is a game where you have to beat the boss in like a dance-style game. Oh yeah, yeah. This does actually affect the performance, having high memory and everything. At least my level 2 cache still works. At least that's not broken. This machine doesn't quit. It just gets angry and refuses to work sometimes. You persist with it, and it always comes back. Well, that was neat. I had fun with it. You know, holds up, and I'll come back and finish it when I can. So in the meantime, I'm High Treason. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Ta-ta, I guess.